Hey, it's Leaf, and welcome back to the Leaf's Custom channel. I know it's been a little while, but there's good reason for that. As of the past couple of months, this has been the weather pretty consistently. Take a look at this. On top of that, I'm broke, and I need a job to fund this race truck. So I've been working pretty hard, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, doing this. And it's been really, hard and taxing on my body. So I've only had a little bit of time here and there to work, after work, on weekends, this, that, and the other. I have been filming, and there's a bunch more stuff in the works. But for now, you get this video. So enjoy. I've decided to do something a little bit different and start voicing over my videos. It really makes everything a lot easier now that I don't have to set up a little dialogue in between every part I'm taking off or putting on. It's really made everything easier with the whole dire heat situation. So without further ado, enjoy watching a pasty white man clean his engine bay to some royalty-free music. Our engine bay has been sufficiently sudded up, and now a quick word from our resident paint man.
As a hazard supervisor, assure the paint of the vehicle.
Couldn't have said it better myself. It's time to prep the engine bay now, and this always takes the longest for me. It's just monotonous sanding and Scotch-Brite and sanding. It's just a lot of the same thing, and it usually takes me forever, so I actually decided to start a little stopwatch to see how long it would take me this time. So enjoy hours of my life condensed into a couple of seconds. As far as masking goes, I saw someone on Reddit suggest using tinfoil as a masking substance, and I actually really liked it. It fit over everything, and it worked really nicely, except for the fact that it didn't, and I got paint everywhere I wasn't supposed to. But it's not the tinfoil's fault. That's on me. But it's the thought that counts, really. And I did think about it a lot, and it took a long time, so I'll count it as a success and move on. And after 3 hours and 46 minutes, all condensed into 1 minute for your lovely viewing experience, the engine bay is nice and sanded down and ready for paint. And I shot this kind of crappy footage of me showcasing the sanded down engine bay. Not quite sure why, but I'm too lazy to remove it, so enjoy. And thus the painting begins. And yes, that is how I get in and out of my engine bay every single time. The radiator hole is also a me hole if I try hard enough. We're using spray paint because I'm not rich and I don't have a paint gun, so we're using spray paint like an uncultured swine. Now, I knew this wasn't going to turn out perfect. I'm no expert, nor do I claim to be, and in fact, I go to great lengths to accentuate the fact that I am nothing more than an idiot in his backyard doing this in a tent. So as long as the results were anything more than better than they were, I was going to consider this a grand success. And I have to say, after the first couple of coats, I was feeling successful. Alright, so it's the next morning, got my tea, gonna go check on the paint, see how it's doing. And doing it was. I was actually so pleasantly surprised with how well it was turning out so far. A thin layer of dust had settled on it overnight, so I hit it with a microfiber. Completely different side note, but this music I'm using, it's just some nice royalty-free music. It's quite pleasant actually. I'll add a link in the description, give credit where credit's due. But it totally reminds me of the opening to Trailer Park Boys. When it's like scrolling across the trailer park, it's got that nice film on it. I'll just add a clip. Play the clip. I don't know how much of that I'm actually legally allowed to show, but if you know, you know. Wonderful show. Go watch it. It's just a bunch of bullshit. It's wonderful. Anyway, on the topic of that, back to my BS. I won't bore you with any more of my microfiber finagling, and we'll get right into it. I applied my first coat and pretty much immediately shit went south, and I got this amazing little wrinkle pattern. Look at that, look how nice it is. So after that completely unrelated Home Depot trip that had nothing to do with me buying a whole set of sandpaper for way too much to sand down that little imperfection that no one's ever going to see, I definitely didn't sand down my engine bay and put another few coats on to hide my mistake. Speaking of things I didn't do, I definitely didn't reuse this footage to make it seem like I'm showing you the clear coat, so I could show you the final product without feeling remorse because I lost the clear coat footage. The entire time lapse. I didn't do that. That's not me. And here's the finished product. I don't know how to shoot cinematically, I only know how to set up a tripod like a troglodyte. But in all honesty, I'm really happy with how it turned out, and thanks for watching. Join me next time.